What's going on there, Battlefielders? My name is Poe, and welcome to another Battlefield 4 gun review. I want to let you guys know that I apologize for there being such a long gap between the last one and this one. I've been working on a new format, a new way to present these details and information to you guys. So if you do like them, let me know down in the comment section below, and please be sure to smack that like button. It always helps this series out a lot. But without further ado, let's focus on today's episode. Now, the SR-2 is a Russian-made weapon. It was developed in 1999. It is available for the engineer kit, and it fires the 9x21mm ammunition. Now, the SR-2 has a maximum damage of 26 and a minimum damage of 12.1, which is exceptional for PDW, seeing as how they sit at about 20 damage. Now, the drop-off starts at 10 meters, 2 meters longer than the other ones, but also capping out at 60 meters, which is average for the rest. It has the standard multipliers, 2 times for headshot, 1 time for the chest and arms, and 0.93 times for the legs and stomach. Now, this is where things get a little weird. It's got a fire rate of 900 rounds per minute, which is great. Anything with 900 plus is going to be able to shred through the enemy. Now, it's got a bullet velocity of 310 meters per second, which, as weird as it is probably one of the worst in the game. It fires in single shot and full auto. Now, this thing is packing a 30+1 capacity. It's got a reload time of 2.6 seconds with a bullet remaining, and on empty, it's a 3.5 second reload, which is one of the worst in the category. Alright, now to cover things up a little bit. Now, the pros of this weapon is it's got a high damage. 26 is extremely high for PDW. 6 damage higher, capable of killing in only 4 shots to the chest. Coupled with the high rate of fire, you got yourself a close quarters killing machine. Now, the cons of this weapon are obvious. It's got a slow reload. So, for a weapon with 30 shots and a high rate of fire, I heavily advise against going with ranged shots, and above that, it also kind of impacts you. You're going to run out of ammo a lot, and you're going to have to reload on empty. That's 3.5 seconds every time you do it, and you're going to do it a lot. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a showdown. The MP7 versus the SR-2. As you can see, the damage is definitely benefiting the SR-2, including the drop-off starting 2 meters later than that. The rate of fire is on the MP7 side with 50 more rounds per minute. The muzzle velocity is definitely benefiting it as well. The reload times are about the same thing. Now, on empty, you can see where the things vary. The MP7's got a faster reload and 10 more bullets, meaning it's a little bit better in groups or high cluster areas, where the SR-2 is going to take out 1 or 2 people a little bit faster in close quarters. So 2 of the most important factors to actually dive into are the recoil and the spread. Sadly, I can't show you guys those, and even if I did, they're just going to be like, oh, what do these numbers mean? So without any true comparison, it's going to be hard to tell for the standard person. So trust me when I say that the spread on this weapon is pretty damn reliable. It's pretty decent for the PDWs. On top of that, the recoil is a little rugged. It's got a bit of vertical recoil and a little bit of tug to the horizontal sides too. So, you know, you got to decide what you want to do with that. And with that, I'm going to introduce you guys my recommended attachment. Now, as you can see on your screen, the vertical grip has a little asterisk next to it, meaning that it's mandatory for this weapon. You can't choose another one. It comes stock with this side of guy. I recommend the laser sight for improved hipfire ability. The compensator is a great piece of equipment to put on this one. Like I said, it's got a lot of horizontal recoil. So if you're not an extremely veteran player that is easily able to control recoil, it's a great attachment for you. And I choose the Coyote sight as the sight of choice. The reason for being is this thing should not be used upon range. You shouldn't be using a high magnification scope or anything like the ACOG or anything like that. Keep it simple. Cobra, red dot sight, so on and so forth. So now that we've kind of dissected the weapon, I want to give you guys some final tips and advice towards this weapon, and also tell you how I feel about using it and where and what situations I'd like to use it on. Now, first things first, you got to understand that this thing has an extremely low muzzle velocity. So one thing you do not want to do, let me remind you, repeat, do not want to do is add the suppressor to this thing. It makes sense when you put it on certain weapons, but it hurts an already hurting section. It's like taking a stepping stool away from a midget. You know, it's already limited. Why do something like that? That's kind of fucked up, Pone. Good comparison, though, bro. I like it. Anyways, along the lines of that, that's just one thing I want to tell you guys to venture away from. Do not put a suppressor on this weapon. You're going to hurt it even more than it's already hurt. On top of that, I would recommend you guys using this in only close quarters or maybe lower player count. Something like Rush 32-man. When you're dealing with 64 people in the server and you got 32 potential enemies, and especially on longer range maps, do not use this thing. It is not that good at range. You're going to burn through the ammunition and then deal with a 4 fucking decade reload. Don't do it. Stick to something like Metro or, you know, something like that. And you could choose your engagements. You can go in certain areas, but any long hallways, it's going to hurt you. It's not impossible to kill those guys, but you're going to burn your ammo out before you kill the guy, if you kill the guy, and then also be giving your position away in the process. So again, stick to close quarters. Something like TDM would be great. Domination, this gun is just absolutely phenomenal. So pick your engagements. Not worth using on Conquest. There are many other reliable weapons with more ammunition to dispose of. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I would really appreciate your feedback down in the comment below. Tell me what you guys thought of the video, the graphics, the way that I presented this one to you guys. I would also heavily appreciate a smack to that like button. It's been misbehaving a lot, and that's how we do it in this household. So have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Stay moist.